Hey LEGO fans, it's JANG here from JANGbricks.com with a LEGO Legends of Chima Speedorz set. This is the 13th in the series and it features Grizzam. This set is called Tower Target. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm anxious to see what this looks like and how it plays out. So to make things a little bit faster here and get right to it, I'm going to employ the magic finger of building. Ha! Built. Alright, let's get some things out of the way. First, the cards. Here are the cards. If you want to just check those out, look at them in more detail, just hit the pause button here. I'm not going to use up a lot of time in this video just explaining what you can see just by looking at these. So we'll move on. Chi crystals. 6 of them. Always 6 when you get a Speedorz set with just one. The ripcord for the Speedorz is yellow, banana yellow for the gorillas here. And now let's get to the more interesting stuff. Weapons included here are a Jabba spear, just a basic dark brown spear, and a ground breaker. I like this weapon. I like these large hammers and the use of the little small chi bits on the ends. Very nice. There's one down at the bottom also. Got a piece of gold in there, gold and silver. It's pretty, it's kind of royal in a way, and it's just cool. I like it. So the figure is Grizzam. Here he is. Got the white base color used for all the plastic pieces, and just has the printing to kind of go with that, the accent colors to go with that. Does have some olive painting included in the print there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the faces on the head underneath of this piece. So there's one of the faces, and the alternate is far nicer. So this kind of is just peaceful, regular, everyday face, and this is his more agitated, aggravated, ready to fight faces, or maybe ready to race. Speaking of racing, here's his Speedorz. And this is transparent. Yes, I knew they were going to do this. I was hoping they would do this, but kind of figured that at some point along the line they would switch to transparent colors. The mold on this is using the same mold for the previous Gorilla Tribe Speedorz design, but it has a new print. Even the face is a little bit different. Kind of the nose and the eye are similar, but the mouth is different, and everything else is different from there. So you've got print going all the way around there, and I just love having these colors. It really inspires me to want to try out some custom Speedorz designs. And for the power up back here for stability, this one doesn't really hold it up all that well. You have to balance it just right to get it to stand up. This is called a Furiator, and on the card it shows him kind of drifting with it, but not the best. There isn't really much of anything that you can do to tune it. You can move it back one stud, but pretty simple power up there. The tournament obstacle piece here is pretty interesting in that it has a fairly complex mechanism to it. The look of it overall is a little bit extra toyish this time, unfortunately. They tried to mix together some natural terrain elements with the earthy colors and tree limbs and a little bit of foliage with an actual manufactured piece, but I don't know, to me it doesn't feel like it goes together all that well. It feels aesthetically, visually, feels kind of mixed up. But the way this thing works is pretty cool. Could have been better, but here's what happens. You've got a target here, right? So your general idea is you need to hit the target, and that's how you win. But the way that you see if you've hit the target or not is when this gets pushed in, it goes up and it goes up and it goes up, and it pushes this little indicator upwards, and it will stop right there. It will not let it down if you hit it hard enough. So if you just kind of come in to the side and you just barely nudge that, but then you hit the side here, it's only going to go up a little bit and it's not going to stay. But if you hit that hard enough, goes all the way around, and that's how you know that you've hit the target. What I really was hoping for in this set was some way to see how far it went, how hard you hit it, you know, where you needed to not only hit the target, but you needed to have enough force when you hit it, so that would kind of indicate, okay, you've hit it that far, and it would just stay there, but it doesn't. Now you can actually pull this thing out a little bit, just part way, not really a legal connection there, but pull it out part way, and that introduces friction into the joint, so now it'll stay wherever you leave it. However, it requires a lot of force to get it to go up if you do that. So see, I hit it pretty hard and it still only went up a small amount, so that's not really going to work out. Really have to just use it the way that they intended. But a nice mechanism. Oh, that actually bounced back. I wasn't expecting that. I've tested this a few times and have not had it bounce back before, but there we go. That's what it's supposed to do. It should either come over here or just kind of land down in there. For some reason I'm getting a little bit of friction in there now, but that's the general idea. So I'll just show how it works with the Speedorz. I really like the mechanism that they used for the tower target itself, but in the end, the actual way that you play this is basically just to get it lined up. It's all about just getting it lined up, and then you drive in there and you either hit it hard enough or you go straight through. Actually, probably don't go straight through because you're going to get hit in the head. So I guess the best case scenario is you just hit it hard enough and then you just stay there. It's definitely a end of tournament kind of target. If you've got multiple things that you want to line up, you want to put this at the end because it needs to stop there. I really wish they had gone a little bit more complex and kind of changed up the gameplay a little bit and made it something other than just hit the target and done. I like where they're going with this in general. I really like transparent pieces in general, but to get a transparent Speedorz, looking forward to seeing more things that can be done with that sort of setup. So that's it for my review of the Tower Target set number 70110. Thank you very much for watching. You can see more Speedorz and other Legends of Chima set reviews on my channel already. You can also browse back through old reviews and updates that I've done on JANGbricks.com, and I've got more to come, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.